Sixer Nation, what is up? We're about 8 days away from training camp media day. We'll have it all covered here on the channel. I'm so amped up I could run through a damn wall right now. But in the meantime, this morning I woke up. Maybe it's some type of random thought. Maybe it's an inclination. Maybe somebody delivered me a message. But Tyrese Maxey is the key. We're talking about Joel Embiid. We know he's going to have another MVP caliber season. We're talking about Paul George. That's why everybody's drawing their attention to the Sixers, right? The big sexy splash move, why everybody thinks they can now have the best big three, things like that. But ladies and gentlemen, the most underrated thing is Tyrese Maxey. He is the key. I don't know how, I don't know why, but he's going to be in the MVP conversation this season. And today we're going to talk about why he is the real key to elevate the Sixers. And we're going to look at a video that came out yesterday, the best footage I've seen all offseason. This guy cannot miss. He can't stop draining threes. We'll look at some Embiid and PG stuff, and we'll hear from a Philly legend in terms of why he is ripping the Sixers ownership and the new arena plan. We'll get into it all, but welcome into Philly Take with RB. I'm RB. This one's presented by BetUS. Question of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Can Tyrese Maxey leap into superstar status this season? You know what's smart? Betting on people who consistently get way better every single year. Tyrese Maxey, the history shows us, the facts show us. We'll talk about it more, but I want to know from you. Let me know down below. Can Tyrese Maxey leap like into that top 10, 15 category this season? Give me your thoughts before I jump into it all. Got to give a shout out to our great partner in BetUS. This is one odd they have going on over there at BetUS right now. Sixers number 2 seed in the East plus 350. I like the Sixers in this odd. I think there's a chance they could win the East this season, but I do have to be realistic and still give the nod, the edge right now to the Celtics. They're coming off a championship. They retain their whole squad. They are a juggernaut. Now, a lot of things can happen, injuries, things like that. We'll have to wait and see how it plays out. But I think the Sixers winning the 2 seed is very realistic. I think it's very possible, and I think they're going to be a damn good team, at least in the regular season this season, hopefully the playoffs as well. But right now, plus 350 over on BetUS. You can go to BetUS and use the code YouTube150 when you sign up right now to get a 150% deposit match bonus on your first deposit, a 125% bonus on your next 2 deposits. So shout out to BetUS, best in the game. Go check them out and place an odd on the Sixers to win the 2nd seed because they are going to be dominant in the regular season. Shout out to BetUS, and let's talk about the Sixers, okay? Can Tyrese Maxey leap into superstar status? Absolutely. He is going to be the key because while everybody's focusing on Joel and PG and all the great role players, and yes, his team needs a lot of depth and they need to fill the gaps, we do not understand this and appreciate it enough, at least from a league-wide perspective, right? Sixer fans know it, but Tyrese Maxey, especially with what he did in that Knicks series, showed that on a lot of nights this season, he can be the number one. And I hope it does work out that way. I hope Joel can take a back seat some nights, right? Instead of going for 35 and 16 in November, go for 20 and 15. Go for 20-20. Let Tyrese take over. He can do it. There will be nights where PG can take over, take the big shots. But ladies and gentlemen, every year of his career, he has gone above and beyond. He has shocked us. He has impressed us. And here's Tyrese Maxey in the offseason. I tweeted this out a couple days ago. League is not ready for another Tyrese Maxey ascent. This tweet blew up. And this guy right here, Tyrese Maxey's trainer, Drew Hanlon, actually interacted with the tweet as well. So he knows this is a fact, man. Look at this in practice. Tyrese Maxey drained 14 straight threes. Now, people were in the comments, oh, this is nothing special. Ladies and gentlemen, if this was Steph Curry, if this was Jason Tatum, if this was Luka Doncic, if this was anybody else, this would be all over ESPN. It would be front page. Oh my gosh, this guy can't miss in practice. Look at the jump shot for him, man. The dribbles. I mean, look, we know Tyrese Maxey's special. I really think he could come. Like, if Tyrese was on his own team, if he didn't have Joel and PG, I'm not saying he's going to win the MVP by any means. He's not, because he has other stars, and he's still probably not even the first option on the team. But there should be nights where he is. And if Tyrese Maxey continues to improve and develop, he could average 30 on his own team. And I think he's going to average 25 plus this season easy. He is that good. I hope he stays healthy. He has improved in every margin in his game. He's improved in every little area that needs to get better, especially on the defensive end. And last year, I thought one of the biggest jumps was, just being a smarter player. Just being a smarter player, having more IQ, being able to run the floor. Maybe he won't be the point at all times. But Tyrese Maxey, man, I mean, this jump shot, it's automatic now. Coming out of college, it was an issue. It is automatic. It has been since year number 2. Unbelievable, man. Here's more footage we have from the Sixers. Shout out to the admin, all dubs. Maxey swinging it over to PG. How are you going to stop this year? By the way, you got Joel sitting in the block. You got 2 or 3 eyed on him. Maxey says, I got you, PG. I just have a really good feeling about this team, man. I really do. I am pumped. This is going to be the best season. Someone also told me, speaking of the defensive end, that Tyrese Maxey is going to lead the league in steals this year. Why? Because he's out here stealing Bryce Young's girl. Now, obviously, I don't even know why I'm showing this. It's just Tyrese Maxey's on an all-time run this offseason. Bryce Young's girlfriend, Myra Gordon, now dating NBA star Tyrese Maxey. Thank you for calling him a star, by the way. Gordon previously dated Shedeur Sanders and Jalen Green. They saw her at the Eagles game with Tyrese Maxey. The Philly athletes show up and show support for the other teams. All-time bad week for Bryce Young, but man, an all-time all-season for Tyrese Maxey. We'll see what he can do this season. Now, beware of the Sixers, man. More footage put out from the Sixers admin. Like I said, it's crazy that all these players are already practicing together. They don't have to show up together till next week, but they're all in the gym. They're all at the practice facility. Drummond, I've seen Kelly Oubre, KJ Martin, Ricky Council, all of them. They're all locked in, man. They are all locked in. Do you guys think Jared McCain's going to get any minutes this season? I know I keep asking this question, but thinking about Lowry and Reggie Jackson and Eric Gordon, I don't even know if McCain will find the floor unless he's just knocking down shots at a high clip and he can't, let Nurse keep him away from the floor. Here's Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid. These two might actually be unstoppable. I really believe this. Get somebody that looks at you the way Maxey looks at Embiid. I mean, the chemistry between these two is unlike any relationship that Embiid's ever had, and he signed his extension yesterday, talked about the city, the fan base, but he also really freaking loves Tyrese Maxey, man. I really believe he wants to grow and mature this relationship with them too and, win a championship with Maxey. I mean, look at this, man. Joel's never been this happy in his career. He has somebody, a counterpart that he can just constantly depend on and rely on, both on and off the floor. Maxey will not, get into any trouble. Like, he's just a good kid, man. Shout out to Maxey and Embiid. This duo is going to be unstoppable, especially when you add PG on top. Now, I want to talk about the Sixers ownership, right? We're a few days, 3 days now following the report on the new Sixers arena, and Jason Kelce had some words to say about it. He says, quote, "They're strong-arming the city. What do you do? Do you risk losing the Sixers? It sucks. The ownership group is not Philadelphian. He has an NJ Devils team, a Philadelphia team, and now a Washington team." Talking about Josh Harris with the Commanders. I mean, he's speaking facts here. It's the truth. A lot of owners do this, but, we know that the Sixers ownership group is really about making money on the business side. But, there's nothing much that they can do other than, just go through with the plan, right? They were either going to lose it, like he said, to New Jersey, or they were going to go get the new arena. There's probably no way, shape, or form that we see the Sixers in the Wells Fargo Center past 2031. I will say that Kelce went on to add more explanation here. He says, at the end of the day, people are probably going to love it, but right now I really hate it. And I personally think that's a fair response to what's going on here, right? A lot of people, again, are not going to want to go in more of a packed, crowded area environment, right? The people that live there are going to be mad. They'll be forced out. Prices are going to go up. A lot of things to resolve and kind of come up with solutions for, but they still have, 7 years until this would even happen. Jason Kelce's even tweeted out more of an explanation. He says, "To be clear, I would absolutely support the Sixers building their own arena in South Philly. The renting thing isn't fair. I just hate the strong arming of the city to force an inevitable move into an area that the local residents and vast majority of Philadelphians don't prefer to be in Center City. Again, at the end of the day, we will all love it in 5 to 10 years when we have a beautiful new stadium in the heart of the city. It just pisses me off now with the way it's happening, and I'm going to be pissed for the foreseeable future at how this is being forced currently." This is a player in Jason Kelce, or a former player, who loves the vibe. He loves hanging with Philly fans. He chugs beers with them down at the beach. He knows what it's like. And kind of what I said a couple days ago, how it's just nice having all the stadiums next to each other and letting the fans kind of cross mingle and twine with each other and correlate together as a whole fan base. So I think there are pros and cons of this new arena. And I do understand Jason Kelce's frustrations. I think a lot of Philadelphians probably feel the same way. But ladies and gentlemen, give me all your thoughts down below in the comment section. I cannot wait for this season to start. Appreciate everybody tapping in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. That being said, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.